Hi, I'm April. I was 7 the first time I heard my parents call me an ugly duckling.
April isn't the prettiest one in our family.
Well, at least she's smart. Thank goodness for that.
Hearing that from your own parents is a whole new level of pain. When Thanksgiving came around, we had guests over. I put on a fashion show for the adults. I wore my mom's skirt. I stepped into shoes so big I teetered like a baby giraffe. I was having a blast, picturing myself as a real supermodel. This is the Fall Winter Collection by April Johnson.
She's got such presents!
I know someone at a casting agency who's looking for a little girl for a cereal commercial. Why not give it a try? In that moment, stars lit up in my eyes. But my parents suddenly burst out laughing like they'd never heard anything so ridiculous.
Oh no, that's not for our daughter.
April's face is asymmetrical, and her teeth are crooked.
The guests glanced at each other, clearly uncomfortable, and acted like they hadn't heard a thing. The stars in my eyes faded. That day, my parents snuffed out my light for good. I slipped off to my room and spent the whole evening cutting photos of a model out of a magazine. Her name was Scarlett Brooks. She had perfect cheekbones, luminous skin, and the look of someone who could get away with anything. I bet you're really happy. Then I looked at myself in the mirror and realized I'd never be like her. I turned 17. I had a totally ordinary teenage life and a whole lot of insecurities. I wore oversized hoodies, as faded as my self-esteem. I deliberately not style my hair so it would hide my face. I didn't wear makeup either, and why would I? To highlight the lack of symmetry? No thanks. Recently, my parents and I went to a mall. I saw a dress and knew it was the one. It was perfect. I think I found what I want to wear to prom. Mom and Dad looked at me, then at the dress, then back at me.
April, that's for girls with perfect figures.
You should go with something like this instead. It'll hide your flaws.
How come the fashion police hadn't arrested it yet? I already hated that dress, but my parents bought it anyway because they were real self-esteem assassins. Like any normal teenager, I dreamed of being popular, so I decided to start an ASMR channel. But I never showed my face because it was ugly. And besides, I didn't want anyone I knew to recognize and tease me. The only part of me I showed was my hands. I ran beads through my fingers, tapped on glass, rustled pages. Hi. Today, I'm going to help you to relax. My videos got, 20 views at most? My audience was like a school knitting club. Tiny, but loyal. That evening, I suddenly felt like going live. I turned the lights down low. For anonymity, I put on a mask, like Japanese TikTokers, and switched the camera on. Hey everyone, time for a little chill down your spine. I did triggers, chatted with viewers, and tapped my nails on a wooden box. At first, there were 10 people watching. But no matter how hard I tried, they started dropping off. When the counter hit 0, I took off the mask and let out a heavy sigh. Guess nobody's enjoying it. At that moment, I heard dogs barking outside, and then this weird creak. I went over to the window and tensed up. A figure slipped into the house next door. Black hoodie, hood pulled up, moving fast. No light came on inside. The windows stayed pitch black. What made it even creepier was that the house had been abandoned for 2 years. So who could have gotten in there? I knocked on my parents' door and told them everything. They thought it was strange too, so Dad called the police.
Yes, my daughter saw someone break into an abandoned house. Can you send someone over?
The officer arrived about 20 minutes later, got the full story, and came over to us.
Everything's fine. The house has been sold. The new owner showed us the paper. Everything checks out.
But we've never seen this new neighbor.
She's been living there for a couple of weeks now. She's just very private. That's not against the law, ma'am.
I felt a weird tingling in my skin. The house had been empty for 2 years, and now suddenly there was a woman living there, keeping the place dark and only leaving at night? Weird. But like the officer said, not illegal. My parents went to bed. I took a shower, changed into my pajamas, and went back to my room. Before bed, I walked over to the window one more time and looked at the neighbor's house. Maybe that woman was hiding from someone, and that was why she didn't want anyone to see her? Then I fell asleep, not realizing that this night was about to change everything. In the morning, my phone woke me up. It was going absolutely crazy. Half asleep, I picked it up and saw over 100 notifications, subscriptions, likes, comments. My humble ASMR channel had blown up in just a few hours. I sat up in bed, confused. The cat mask was lying on the table. And then it hit me. Last night, I forgot to turn off the stream. It had been running all night. A crowd of strangers had watched me walk around in my pajamas and watched me sleep. I rushed to my computer and deleted the stream. Oh God, I really hope nobody from school saw that. But as it usually goes, the moment you start fearing something, it's already coming for you fast. I got on the school bus and tried to disappear into my seat as usual. Then, out of nowhere, someone waved at me.
Hey, April, come sit here. There's room.
It was Jeremy Walker, the Jeremy who sat 2 rows from me in physics class and had never, not once, called me by my name. What's going on?
Some guy sent me a link to a stream last night. Like, hey, it's that quiet girl from physics class. I took a closer look and realized it was you.
It was an accident. I forgot to turn it off. Please don't tell anyone.
Hey, relax. It was bold and honestly pretty awesome.
I turned toward him. Jeremy looked at me like he was seeing me for the first time.
If it weren't for that stream, I never would have realized how beautiful you are. Why do you cover yourself up like this?
You're not messing with me, are you?
Of course not. You just need a little more confidence.
The bus kept driving along its usual route, but at that very moment, my whole world was changing. And I liked it. Rumors spread through the school at the speed of light. So by lunchtime, everyone already knew about my late night stream. I deleted it, but someone had managed to record it and send it to everyone. At first, I wanted to crawl into a locker and lock myself in, but then I got flooded with compliments from boys, and my older videos got a ton of comments saying they didn't want to see just my hands in the frame. They wanted to see me. I thought I was ugly my whole life, but what if I was wrong? PE was the last class of the day. Usually, I'd pull on a hoodie over my sports uniform, but not that day. I trained, jumped, and played volleyball. And yet, it felt like I was on a red carpet because none of the guys could take their eyes off me. Jeremy was sitting on the bleachers and gave me a cute little wink. When I walked into the locker room after class, Marissa and her friends suddenly closed in around me. Are you sure you're not getting ahead of yourself? What do you mean? Stay away from Jeremy. Are you two dating? No, but I like him. Then Jeremy can decide for himself who to talk to. He's not your lapdog, and you're not his owner. The boys don't see you as a person. They see you as a joke, a meme. Don't forget that. Let's go, girls. Something about her words made my skin crawl. Maybe because deep down, I knew Marissa was right. When I got home, the whole space smelled like apple pie. Mom had made it as a welcome gift for the new woman who had just moved into our neighborhood. We went over together. The curtains were drawn tight. Mom knocked for a long time, but no one opened. Maybe she's not home. Let's just leave the pie here. But I heard the floorboards creak. The woman was definitely hiding behind the peephole. Later, I saw that my channel kept growing. Almost every guy from school sent me a friend request on social media. Okay, no more hiding. Time to pick a new outfit. I was rummaging through my closet when I noticed through the window that the door to our neighbor's house had opened. A hooded figure looked around as if to make sure no one was nearby, grabbed Mom's pie, and slipped back inside. My mind was determined to come up with an explanation for such bizarre behavior. What if she was some sort of actress, a singer, a scandalous celebrity hiding from the press? It would be so cool to live next door to a famous person. That morning, I walked out of my room looking completely different than usual, but I felt absolutely amazing.
Are you seriously going to school dressed like that? It doesn't suit you. Don't embarrass yourself.
Stop making me feel like I'm some kind of freak. Because of you, I've been insecure my whole life. My eyes started to sting, but I refused to cry. I grabbed my backpack and stormed off to school, slamming the door behind me. That day at school, I got more attention and compliments than I'd had in my entire life. Some guys offered to help me with my classes. Others invited me to their parties. Jeremy hovered around me at every recess. And Marissa and her little crew kept shooting me looks like I'd stolen their parking spot. After classes, Jeremy walked me home.
April, you should run for prom queen. Every guy in the school will vote for you. I know I will.
Funny, a week ago you didn't even know my name.
And that was my mistake. April Johnson, will you go to prom with me?
I looked at him and thought, if this is a dream, please don't wake me up. Of course I said yes, and we both lit up like light bulbs. I was still mad at my parents, so I didn't talk to them. A quick hi, and that was it. After I locked myself in my room, I filmed new videos for my channel, but this time I didn't wear a mask. I was getting a lot more popular with boys. But popularity always has a downside. Marissa and some other girls from school started leaving nasty comments under my videos. Sometimes I'd find notes stuck to my locker and rip them out. They said stuff like, "You belong in the shadows, know your place." When Marissa found out I'd officially put my name in for prom queen, she just lost it. It happened in the bathroom. I was just washing my hands when the girls surrounded me. It was a classic teenage movie scene. "This is the girls' restroom. No boys are coming to save you. I don't need anyone to stand up for me. You've forgotten your place, but I'll remind you." She grabbed the janitor's bucket and dumped the water all over me. "Now you look like a soaked kitten. Let's see how the boys like that." They wanted me to cry, but I just smiled. Seriously? Is that the best you can do? I wrung out my hair and walked into the hallway, and that's when the most unexpected thing happened. The boys froze.
Wow, it's just like in my dream. April, you look incredible.
Marissa stood off to the side. You could practically see the rage boiling inside her. I felt like I was on top of the world. That same day, I went to the mall and bought the dress I'd been dreaming about for weeks. Not to spite anyone, but because I deserved it.
April, anything you want me to throw in the laundry? What? You bought it without our permission? You're not wearing that to prom.
Oh, I absolutely am. And I'm gonna be the prom queen. She yelled that she wouldn't let me go to prom. Dad came running when he heard the noise. Of course, he took Mom's side. I snapped. "Why do you hate me so much?"
Sweetheart, we're trying to protect you.
"From what? From my reflection?"
April, sit down. We need to talk.
When I was your age, I had the kind of body everyone wanted. Guys couldn't take their eyes off me. Girls were jealous of me. At prom, they voted me prom queen. Afterward, everyone went to a party, but my friends got angry at me and left pretty quickly. I ended up alone with a bunch of guys I barely knew. One of them tried to slip something into my drink. A quiet boy from my class saved me.
That was me. I warned your mom and got her out of there. But not all guys are that decent. You understand?
We always knew you were very beautiful, and we were scared. We wanted to protect you from going through the same thing by any means necessary.
I'm sorry if we broke something inside you.
I felt tears rolling down my cheeks. I felt sorry for Mom, and I felt sorry for myself. So you decided to protect me by destroying my self-esteem? That's not fair! It's just not fair!
I rushed out of the house. I just needed some quiet, away from my parents and their "we wanted what was best for you." I headed to the park across the street. It was dark outside, and the air felt heavy, like something was wrong. Suddenly, I heard footsteps. A dark silhouette was charging straight at me. After hearing Mom's story, my mind conjured up the worst possible scenario. I backed away, tripped, and fell. Dang it!
Are you okay?
You're our neighbor?
Yeah, sorry if I scared you. I run here every night. Are you in pain?
I just sprained my ankle a bit. Nothing serious.
Still, you need ice on it. Come on.
It was gloomy in her house. She turned on the small lamp and handed me some ice. I looked around. The only mirror inside was turned toward the wall. How strange.
I heard screams in your house. Did something happen?
I sighed and told her my story. The woman listened without interrupting. Then she quietly said,
"Listen to your parents. I didn't listen to mine, and I paid the price for it."
She slowly pulled down her hood. I gasped and covered my mouth. This woman had once been strikingly beautiful, but now her face was scarred and deformed by acid burns. Wait, you're Scarlett Brooks, the supermodel! I used to cut out your pictures from magazines. What happened?
When a modeling agency discovered me, I thought I'd won a golden ticket, but it turned into a nightmare. The more successful I became, the more haters I attracted. And then a friend I trusted did this to me.
I'm so sorry.
People used to admire me. Now I don't turn on the lights, and I don't keep mirrors around. I can't stand seeing my reflection. Please don't tell anyone. I just need a place to hide from everyone.
I promise. It'll be our secret.
Remember, beauty isn't something to be bought or sold. Stay close to those who value you no matter what, not only when you look flawless.
Thank you for being so honest with me, and I hope things get better for you. I walked away from her with a heavy heart and a clear mind. Back home, I messaged Jeremy. Do you like me for who I am, or just for how I look?
For who you are, of course. You're one of a kind.
I sent him a selfie in that hideous dress my parents had bought me and said I'd wear it to the prom.
Don't you have something more revealing? I want every guy to be jealous of me.
I'm wearing this, period.
Then go alone. I'll go with Marissa. At least she doesn't act like a princess.
I put my phone away without a word. Sometimes, all it takes is one text for someone to show their true face. I did come to prom in the dress I chose myself, not to inspire envy or get likes, but because in it, I felt like myself. When I walked in, the whole room fell silent. Jeremy started to come over, but I held my head high and walked right past him. And then my parents came. I had made up with them and invited them to the ball because they were the ones who loved me no matter what. Even when I thought I was ugly. Yes, they hurt me. And we still have a lot to work out between us. But with them by my side, I truly felt safe. We got home late. I came up to the window and saw a small lamp glowing in Scarlett's house, like a tiny spark of hope. And there she was, looking at herself in the mirror. The one that had once been turned to face the wall. You know what I've realized? Your real worth isn't determined by how many people admire you. It's determined by who's still there when the cameras turn off and the stage goes dark.